Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the April 16, 2025 business meeting of the Daytona Beach Community Redevelopment Agency. That is our CRA. We're happy and delighted to have each of you with us this evening. Madam Clerk, may we have a roll call?
Commissioner Reed. Commissioner Paris.
Here.
Commissioner Strickland.
Here.
Commissioner May.
Here.
Commissioner Cantu.
Here.
Commissioner Henry.
Here.
Chair Derek L. Henry.
Here.
Hold on. Honorable Mayor, Commissioner Reed is trying to get on to the link, and she's asking that you all make a motion that she can actually participate in the meeting via virtual.
So moved. Second.
And the purpose of the reason that she's meeting virtual, we have to have that done.
She is feeling under the weather.
That's what I thought. That's adequate. Okay. We have a motion. We have a second. All those in favor, let it be noted by saying aye.
Aye.
Those who are opposed, same sign. Motion carries 7-6-0.
No, 7-0.
Well,
She's
she gets to
online.
vote for it?
Yeah, she gets to vote.
All right.
Aye.
All right. All right, we got motion carries 7-0. We'll now have the invocation, which will be led by Commissioner May, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance, which would be led by Commissioner Reed. We'll ask Commissioner Cantu to please to lead the pledge.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you so much for taking the time this evening to join us. Our goal, as always, is to make decisions and have wise counsel among the City Commission members, the mayor, and of course, everybody who is attending this evening. Once again, thank you so much for taking an interest in the City of Daytona Beach and taking your much valued time to share it with us and impart some of your thoughts with us this evening. Thank you so much.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll now move on to item number 4, which is approval of the minutes of the March 19th, 2025 meeting of the Community Redevelopment Agency.
Second.
We have a motion from Commissioner Henry and a second from Commissioner May. Do we have any questions or comments? All right, all those in favor, let it be noted by saying aye.
Aye.
Those who are opposed, same sign. Motion carries 7-0. This time we'll hear our agenda approval. If there are any changes, our city manager will address them.
Yes, Honorable Mayor, Commissioners, there are no changes for the CRA agenda tonight.
All right, do we have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
We take a motion from Commissioner Cantu and a second from Commissioner May. There are no questions or comments. All those in favor, let it be noted by saying aye.
Aye.
Those in opposition, same sign. Motion carries 7-0.
We'll now move on to item number 6, which is our administrative items. Item 6A is Public Works. Boardwalk and seawall extension design. Approve work authorization number 12, resolution. A resolution approving the expenditure at a cost not to exceed $170,237.50 in tax increment funds from the Main Street redevelopment area for a work authorization number 12 under continuing services contract number 2006-21 between the city and Dredging and Marine Consultants LLC for engineering services associated with the seawall and boardwalk extension between Main Street and Harvey Street access and providing an effective date.
So move. Second.
We have a motion from Commissioner Cantu and a second from Commissioner May.
And I
One speaker.
have one speaker, Mr. John Nicholson.
In the backup material, it shows no diagrams, no design, or anything where it's going, where it's coming from. There is a property that is privately owned or was owned. Did we buy that property between the park and Harvey? Remember the guy that was going to build the 2 hotels until we screwed him out of it? So have we purchased that property? Or are we going to build a seawall for him with the idea that there will eventually be something in the future? And will there be a 20 or 40 foot setback from the seawall for the boardwalk extension that we had planned 40 years ago? or is that out of the picture? Thank you.
That was my only speaker, Mr. Mayor, on this item.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Do we have any questions or comments? Okay, all those in favor, let it be noted by saying aye.
Aye.
Those who are opposed, same sign. Motion carries 7-0.
We're going to move on to item 6B. It is Redevelopment and Neighborhood Services approval of purchase contract for a property located at 125 Vermont Avenue. This is a resolution approving expenditure of South Atlantic Redevelopment Area Trust Fund to purchase one parcel located at 125 Vermont Avenue from Daytona Lease LLC at a purchase price of $250,000 plus up to $15,000 in associated closing costs, subject to terms and conditions of the as-is residential contract for sale and purchase, and providing an effective date.
So moved.
We have a motion and a second. Do we have any questions or comments?
I have
one
one
speaker?
speaker, Mr. Mayor, Mr. John Nicholson.
Nicholson.
John Epson for 13 North Grand. Do we have any? About 30 years ago, when the bridge was completed, we were purchasing this property, and it's taken us a while. Have we decided what we're going to do with it? We've had 30 years to make a decision. Have we even discussed it? Secondly, when they redesigned ISB, we still have a problem with people coming down Halifax. It dead ends on ISB. So people coming, Halifax is a major road along our eastern side of the peninsula. So as you come down, you have to stop at that traffic light, make a left for about 300 feet, and then make a right on Peninsula. When it backs up, if you're at the light, you don't get a chance to get on to ISB because the traffic is backed up. So if we know that people cannot get on to ISB, and it's been a problem for 30 years, it will also be a problem for 30 more years unless we correct it. Since we own all that property, can we think about having a diagonal across from Halifax to Peninsula through the property that we own? So that you don't have to sit there and miss the traffic light at Peninsula and ISB. In other words, that property that's now vacant, and we're buying another section of it, we can put a crossroad from Halifax directly to Peninsula and avoid that traffic light altogether, so that people don't have to sit there and twiddle their thumbs through 2 or 3 traffic lights because they can't get on to the Peninsula South. And that's the only way they can go. So I'm asking you to consider people that get stuck year after year on Peninsula and a way of avoiding it. Thank you.
John, just sit right there. Yeah, you're right there. He's coming next.
I know.
That was my only speaker for this item, Mr. Mayor.
All right. We have a motion and a second. Do we have any other questions or comments? Okay. All those in favor, let it be noted by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries 7-0.
Okay, moving on to item 6C. It's a Redevelopment Neighborhood Services approval of use of CRA funds through the 0% interest loan commercial incentive program. This is a resolution approving the expenditure of an amount not to exceed $150,000 in tax increment funds from the Midtown Community Redevelopment Area for commercial property improvements located at 540, 542, and 544 Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune Boulevard through the Commercial Property Improvement and Professional Design Incentive Program, authorizing the mayor as CRA chair to execute documents necessary to disperse the funds and providing an effective date.
So moved.
We have a motion from Commissioner Reed, wow, and Commissioner May is the second. Okay.
And I have one
Mr.
speaker,
Mr. Nicholson.
Mr. John Nicholson.
John Nixon, 413 North Granby Avenue, and there's a phrase, God will get you. I agree with the concept of the idea of providing the $50,000 for improvement. I like the idea that it's now available in all 3 of the CRAs, which we did not do in the past. But my problem with this is that after 2 years, they get a free $50,000, and it's gone. There's no improvement. What I'm asking is to consider the idea, there is improvement, yes. It's a personal gift to somebody after 2 years. What I'm asking is that a lien be put on the property that when it's sold or transferred, when that money will come back in it to help somebody else in the future. The idea of dispersing this year after year after year, hundreds of thousands of dollars or gifts to people, that this hundreds of thousands of dollars be retained to continuously year after year improve the CRA, especially when they end in 12 and a half years. Thank you. Now can I sit down?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is my final speaker, Mr. Mayor.
All right, do we have any questions or comments?
I have one question, Mayor. On one of the invoices for a quote, it says Majestical Properties and Consultants, but there's no address. I just want to know from staff, how do we confirm that these are legitimate contractors that are providing quotes to us? Do we have something?
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Commissioners. To answer your question, Commissioner Paris, for this one, I have backup that I did not add to it, but we verify that once the quote is actually a quote for the work. And we verify that through getting documents from the company that quoted. So I just did not attach it to the backup.
Are they required to have insurance?
That is not something that we require, but in order for them to pull a permit through the city, they have to have a license
Okay, thank you.
and insurance.
Okay, that concludes the questions. Any other questions? All right, we do have a motion and a second on the floor. All those in favor, let it be noted by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
And those opposed, same sign. Motion carries 7-0. This concludes our agenda items for this meeting. Are there any comments or thoughts from the commission or from the CRA? Okay.
I do, Mayor.
Yes, ma'am.
I just want to know if there's any follow-up on the diagram and images that I had put up, if anything's been completed or if anyone has an update.
There is not a presentation tonight for that, but we do have updates that we can send to you electronically. Staff has been working on the list that was provided.
Okay, and you could share with everyone?
Yes.
So we know. Thank you.
And also, I just want to add that could we take a drive down the back lots of Wall Street Lofts? Because in the back area behind McKay's and behind Dolce, the new coffee shop, we have some power boxes that graffiti is back. So that's an ongoing issue with the graffiti back there. If we could have somebody go out there, clean it off, etc., that would be great. Thank you.
Okay. And what I would recommend is that you, since it's sort of an initiative that you've led, take a little ownership of it and get with staff before, see it, and then maybe you might want to consider going over it with us. Or it's something that I've done in the past because it's really something you're driving, and I think you should help drive it. Okay. You don't have to do that, and staff will do it for you. But just something that I've traditionally done when I did things like that. But I do appreciate.
If it worked for you, then I'll do it.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. It did work. Okay. Does that concludes our thoughts or comments? Okay. That concludes our CRA meeting. We will convene our regularly scheduled city commission meeting in 3 minutes. We'll put the timer on, so don't go far.